class with me. I'm Katie Schiffgen, and I'm teaching at 21st Yoga in Salt Lake City. Today is just going to be like an all-around full body flow. So we're not going to focus on anything in particular, but hopefully we'll kind of hit all the body parts and you'll just end up feeling a lot better. Your body will feel just kind of free. So you won't necessarily need any props since you are at home and you probably have blankets around. I would recommend having one blanket just somewhere handy. And then if you do have blocks at home, grab one or two of them. If you don't, you won't need them. So with that, we'll just go ahead and get started. Start in child's pose. So find your way into your variation of child's pose. You can bring your knees out wide or knees together. And then hips rest back towards your heels, forehead rest down on your mat. If this feels like too much on your hips or on your knees, then just keep your hips a little further up in the air and walk your hands further forward. So take a moment to just simply feel the ground underneath you. Feel its support. And even feel as if it is moving up towards you and holding you, cradling you. Feel the air and the space around you, so whatever space you happen to be in this morning, just what does it feel like to be there? Feel the energy around you. And start to notice how your body feels and what's going on inside. Sensations that are there. Without changing it just yet, notice your breath, the rise and the fall. See if you can notice, where are you holding tension? Where are you tightening up? So are you clenching your jaw? Are you tightening up through your forehead or your eyelids? Maybe even your hands or your fingers. See if you can, just by bringing awareness to those places, start to soften and let go and relax just a little more. And let's begin with 3 great big deep breaths. So next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. And hold at the very, very top. Sip in just a little bit more. And exhale, big sigh out your mouth. And again, just like that, inhale, fill up. See if you can feel your breath move all the way down into your low belly and your low back. Hold in fullness. Relax around your held breath. And then exhale, audible, open mouth sigh. And one more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Hold at the top. Sip in a little more, hold. Exhale, big release, let it go. Now, seal your lips gently and start to bring in your Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose, gentle constriction in the back of your throat. And start to create that whisper noise with your breath, that oceanic sound. And as you take just a moment to find your own rhythm, if there is an intention you'd like to bring into your practice today, and take just a moment to complete your thoughts. So it can be as simple as just one word, one sentence, a mantra, or anything that resonates for you, anything that makes sense for you. And then just one last time, big, huge inhale. Think of drinking and breathing in your intention and filling your body up with it. And then big exhale, sigh it out and send it out into the universe. Come back to Ujjayi breath. Rise up to your hands and your knees. And either start to just take a few rounds of cat-cows or maybe some circles with your hips. So just some intuitive or creative movement, whatever is calling to you this morning. And see if you can feel into those places that feel especially tight or stiff or sore or even stuck. You might spend a little more time there, maybe breathe into those spaces or at least visualize your breath moving into those parts. So notice what feels good, what feels open, what feels strong. And then what needs a little extra love, a little extra attention. Take about 3 more rounds of breath, and you're welcome to close your eyes. So see if you can allow yourself to feel a little bit more with your body and think just a little bit less with your mind. And then as you're ready, let's meet in a neutral spine position, so just regular hands and knees. Bring your knees out slightly wider than your hips. On an inhale, reach your right arm out to the right and all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, thread your right arm underneath you. Reach through as far as you can, and then come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder and the outside. And you can choose to do with this whatever you would like. So if you want to make it a little more challenging, you might wrap your left arm behind your back. You might even extend your left leg out to the left, or float your left foot off the ground, challenge your balance. If you want to be more restorative, perhaps you just reach your left arm forward. Think of pressing your left armpit closer to the earth. So there's lots of different ways to work this pose. Just find what best serves you, and then be there and breathe there. Take about 3 more rounds. See if you can feel each breath travel all the way down the length of your back body, the length of your spine. Feel the expansion, the contraction. And then if you do happen to have your left hand or your left knee lifted, bring them both back to the ground. Next time you inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it all the way up, follow with your gaze, even follow with your heart. So see if you can open up through the right side of your chest. Exhale, right hand comes down. And then we'll take downward facing dog in between sides. So fingers spread nice and wide. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees, lift your hips. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Give yourself a few deep breaths to explore this familiar posture. So whatever feels good to you, maybe pedaling out your heels or shifting your weight from side to side. You can shake your head yes or no. You can even come forward to plank and press back to down dog a couple times. And see if you can really feel your breath traveling through all the little spaces, all the little nooks and crannies. Think of using your breath every single time you breathe in. Create more space, get bigger. And every time you exhale, see if you can plug into your center and find your intrinsic strength. So feel your belly button pull in and up towards your spine. Feel that little bit of lift coming from your center. Take 1 more great big huge breath. And then at the end of your exhalation, gently set your knees on the ground. Just a little bit wider than your hips. And then left arm out to the left with an inhale. Reach it all the way up. And exhale, thread your left arm through. Come down to rest. Give yourself about 5 to 7 deep breaths. You can do exactly what you did on the other side, or if there's something else you want to play with or explore, you're always welcome to. So especially since you're at home, remember this is your practice. Yes, I am guiding you through it, but if there's something else your body needs, somewhere else you would like to go to get more benefit for you, you always have that option. That is your choice. Take about 3 more full rounds. Make them as big, as deep, as spacious as possible. Soften with your exhales. Breathe into your back body 1 final round. And then if you do have your right hand or your right knee lifted, bring them back to the earth. With your next inhalation, unthread your left arm, reach it all the way up, gaze up. And exhale, left hand comes down. Downward facing dog, about 5 deep breaths. So again, feel free to bring in movement if you would like. Feel free to find stillness if you would rather. Just follow the movement of your breath through your body. If you want to turn this into a turbo dog, just get a little more strength work, then go for it. So all you would do is bend your elbows and squeeze them in towards each other. Continue to lift your hips, your sit bones really high and lengthen through your spine. Soften your face, unclench your jaw, loosen up through your forehead, and then big deep breaths. One more huge inhalation, fill up. Exhale, look forward. See if you can take little teeny tiny baby steps on your tiptoes to the top of your mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And each time you step forward, use your core strength to lift your leg up. So think of pulling the femur bone up into the socket. Once you've arrived at the top of your mat, forward fold, go wherever you want to go. So maybe a nice easy ragdoll pose. Maybe hands behind your head and interlace your fingers. You could even go for hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Notice where you're holding the weight in your feet. Try not to rock back into your heels or lock out your knees. So little or even big bend in your knees and weight slightly forward towards your toes. Think of lifting your sit bones actively towards the sky. Move your inner thighs back, wide, and apart so your sit bones are nice and broad. Take one more full round of breath. And then next time you breathe in, find your halfway lift. So spine parallel to the earth, top of your head reaches forward, tops of your thighs press back. Exhale, release, forward fold. Do that just once more. Inhale, lift halfway. Nice and long through your spine and the back of your neck. Exhale, fold. And then your choice, roll or reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. With your inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. And exhale, draw your hands to your heart center and perhaps come back to your intention. Just bring it into your mind, into your heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, slow swan dive down. So hinge at your hips, lengthen your spine, and then release and fold in. With your inhalation, halfway lift. So spine long, back of your neck long. See if you can find a line of tension down the backs of your legs. Exhale, fold. Now press into your feet, engage your core, reverse swan dive to stand. Inhale, arms to the sky, maybe a slight gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart, and let's do one more half sun salute just like that. Inhale, high mountain stretch. Heart leads, slow swan dive down, follow your breath down. Think of lifting your sit bones up towards the ceiling as you dive. With your inhalation, spine grows long, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, release, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bow in. From the press of your feet, reverse swan dive to stand. So really press down to rise up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, and then pull your upper body up, and then over to the right. Breathe into your left side. So if you can spread your left fingers, and then face your left palm towards the ground, actively pull with your right arm, but resist with your left. So think of pulling your left shoulder down and back, like the bottom tip of your left shoulder blade is moving down your back body. Take one more full round of breath, so you can reach a little bit further, create more space, keep hugging in with your inner thighs. And then inhale, come through center, switch your grip, so grab your right wrist, and then up and over to the left, hips go to the right. So put a little more weight in your right foot and see if you can lean your hips further to the right. Breathe down your right side body. Pull at the bottom tip of your right shoulder blade down and back. How much space can you create with your breath, and can you breathe even bigger here? Take one more round. Squeeze an invisible block with your inner thighs. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, just cactus your arms and lift your heart, open up, gaze up. Keep a tone through your low belly. Inhale, arms to the sky. And exhale, chair pose. So waving your heels, sit back. For now, you should be able to pick up your toes, wiggle them around, spread them apart. So weight is in your heels and your butt is reaching back rather than your knees coming forward. See if you can pull your belly button back towards your spine, draw it in and up. And then think of the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, squeeze them towards your spine and lift your heart up. So your gaze should be slightly forward or straight forward rather than down. Soften your face, unclench your jaw, soften your shoulders. Take one more round here. You can choose to stay here or challenge your balance by floating up to your tiptoes. Get your heels as high as you can. You have more range of motion in your legs now, so you can sit lower. Take one more full round of breath. Keep your heels lifted if you'd like. Inhale, high mountain, so all the way up, super tall. Maybe heels stay lifted. Dive down slowly, forward fold. Heels on the ground, inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Come to your knees if you'd like. Take an inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale, lower just halfway down. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, press up. One more like that. Exhale, halfway down. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Inhale, press up. And then exhale, slow as you can go all the way down for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, start with a Baby Cobra. So lift your chest using your back strength rather than your arm strength. Roll your shoulders down and back. Point your elbows back behind you and see if you can hover your hands just barely above the ground. Press down through your shoelaces. Press down through your pelvis and think of pulling your belly button in and up. Take one more full round of breath. If you want, you can reach your arms back. End of your exhale, release. Spiderman Cobra. So hands come out wide. Fingertips on the ground, elbows face the sky. Lift your chest, breathe in. Exhale, dip your left shoulder down and twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, other side, right shoulder dips down, twist left. Once more to each side, inhale, center. And exhale, twist to the right. Feel the mobility through your shoulder girdle, through your spine. Inhale, center. And exhale, other side. Big, deep breaths. Inhale, center. Lift your heart, tone your belly. Exhale, let it go. If you want to take one more back bend variation, you're more than welcome to. Eventually, however you want to get there, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, take your right leg to the sky. So take a moment here to just find the length from your fingertips through your arms, through your spine, all the way up into your toes. So you can get your right leg really straight, strong, and powerful. So I don't care so much how high your right leg goes, just find strength there. You can keep your inner thighs facing each other, keep your hips square, or if it feels good to open up that hip, you're welcome to do so. So take just a moment to be in this pose rather than thinking of it as a transition. This is your pose. What can you get out of it? What can you explore? What can you feel? Take one more great big inhale. And then exhale, right knee to your nose. Curl in and around your spine. Stay here as you breathe in. Lift your hips as high as you can and round through your mid-back. Exhale, softly step your right foot to the top of your mat. We're going to bring our back knee down. So this is where you may or may not want to use a blanket underneath your back knee. And then bring your hands up to your front thigh. Walk your front foot forward just a little tiny bit. And then start to lean forward. So it's like you're trying to sit your right butt cheek on your right heel. But at the same time, drive your right heel down. And think of energetically pulling your right heel back and up towards your right butt cheek. Let your hips settle closer to the ground. Tone your low abdominals, lift through your chest and lengthen your spine. Take your arms to the sky. Anjaneyasana, be here and breathe. You can close your eyes if you want. Notice where you feel the most sensation and send your breath into that space. See if with each exhale you can settle into the pose just a little bit more. Hips stay square. Breath is moving and flowing. Take about 2 more rounds. If you want to add a little baby back bend just for your own self, you're more than welcome to. Take one last big inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to the ground. You can choose to keep your back knee down or tuck your back toes and lift your back knee up, completely up to you. Revolve lunge. The left hand stays down on the ground or on a block. Right arm to the sky, twist. Squeeze your inner thighs. Think of pulling your right hip back towards the back of your mat. But at the same time, think of hugging your right knee and shin towards your left armpit. Twist from your center. See if you can open up the right side of your chest and reach up even higher. Take one more full round, work your twist. End of your exhalation, unwind. Now everybody lift your back knee up if it's not already. Rise up to full crescent lunge, arms to the sky. So legs super strong. Think of driving your feet down and then energetically pull front heel back and back toes forward. Tone your low abdominals. Lift through your chest, center your weight so it shouldn't feel like you're leaning forward. One more great big inhale. Exhale, airplane lunge or full airplane. So hinge forward, reach back. You can stay here, back foot down, back toes down, or option to float your back leg up and fly. Think of a smiley face from the crown of your head back to your toes if someone were gazing at you from the side. Just play with your balance. If you fall in and out, that's perfect. Meet yourself where you're at. Breathe. Take 2 more rounds. Find your fullest expression of the pose. So work the pose with your breath. And then next time you inhale, everybody back to crescent. Left toes to the back of your mat, arms to the sky, maybe a little gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Might feel good to give your right leg a little shake out or to pedal out your heels. If you have a blanket on your mat still, you can move it off to the side. With your next in-breath, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. Float your left knee up into space, standing staff. So hug in with your inner thighs and flex your left toes back towards your shin. If you want a challenge, you can extend your left leg forward. Take one more big inhale and reach higher. As you exhale, curtsy squats. You're going to swing your left leg around behind you. Step it off the right side of your mat. Left toes to the ground. Hands to your heart. Bend your knees a lot. Because sticking your butt out behind you, especially your right butt cheek, but then keep your chest lifted, your belly toned. Get as low as you can and maybe pulse up and down for just a moment, slow and steady. You want to feel that heat building in your legs. Big deep breaths. Get as low as you can, find stillness. Take one more round. Inhale, high mountain, so both feet on your mat, arms to the sky, stretch. Exhale, follow your breath down slowly, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. You can move through your vinyasa, you can skip it, you can take some cat-cows instead. We'll meet you back in down dog. Alright, fire up your breath if you've lost it, and with your next inhale, left leg high. So take a moment to be here to explore this posture. Hips can stay square, or you can open up your left hip and just notice what happens when you do that. Notice where you feel the stretch with your hips square, what you have to work with your hips square, and then notice what you feel when you open up. See if you can find lots of strength and power in your left leg. See if you can still feel that lift at your center, that lifting up your Uddiyana Bandha, your inner strength. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, left knee to your nose, so round your back, curl in, hips nice and high. Stay here as you breathe in, press the earth away. Exhale, softly, left foot steps through. Back knee comes down gently. So again, if you want that extra cushion, grab your blanket, slide it underneath your back knee, hands up to your front thigh, walk your front foot forward just a little bit, just for this one, and then start to lean forward through your lower body. So think left butt cheek towards your left heel, but at the same time, drive your left heel down, energetically pull it back and up. Tone your low abdominals, pull your belly button back towards your spine, lift your heart, take your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana, breathe, feel, observe, soften your face, soften your shoulders. Maybe play with what it feels like to spread your fingers really wide, really actively. Maybe play with what it feels like to soften your fingers. Take a couple more big deep breaths. If you want to add a little back bend, go for it. And then one last inhale, so you can reach higher and let your hips settle even closer to the earth. Exhale, hands to the ground. Choose to keep your back knee down or tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up. Completely up to you. Right hand on the ground or block, left arm to the sky, Revolve Lunge. So twist from your center right underneath your rib cage. Feel that bringing out sensation. Pull your left hip towards the back of your mat, but at the same time, left knee and shin hug towards your right armpit. See if you can breathe even bigger. Feel your breath move down into your belly. See if you can twist further with your exhales. Couple more rounds. End of your next exhalation, unwind. Lift your back knee off the ground, tuck your back toes. So if you're not already there, set up for your strong, sturdy lunge and then rise to crescent. Arms to the sky. Feet root down firmly, hug towards midline. So left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Both hips face directly forward. See if you can feel just as strong and powerful in your back leg as you feel in your front. One more big inhale, lift your heart, reach higher. Exhale, yogi's choice, airplane lunge. So hinge forward, reach back. Diagonal line from the top of your head back to your heel. Or option to float your back leg up. Play with your balance, fly. Keep your hips square. Use your inner thigh strength to lift your back foot. Level with your front shoulders. See if you can lift your shoulders up like you're doing a little baby cobra. One more round, fullest expression. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. Inhale, back to crescent. Land softly if you can. Arms reach up. Little gaze up. Exhale, hands come down. Back foot steps forward, forward fold. And give your left leg a little shake out if it needs it. Maybe move your hips from side to side, pedal out your heels. Find your breath. Connect to it if you've lost it. Next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet, rise to stand. Inhale, arms to the sky. Right knee floats up, standing staff. So inner thighs hug in. Common misalignment is to dump into your left hip. So think of inner thighs squeezing in and then everything lifting up. Activate your right toes. Take one more big inhale. You can straighten your right leg if you want. Exhale, curtsy squat. So right leg swings around behind you, steps off the left side of your mat. Hands to your heart, bend your knees, get low. Try to keep your hips square. So pull your right hip forward, your left hip back. Stick your butt out, but then tone your belly, lift your heart. Take some little pulses. Keep your spine nice and long. Imagine there's a string pulling up on the top of your head. Get as low as you can and take one more round. Inhale, high mountain, reach up, both feet on your mat. Exhale, follow your breath down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step or light hop back. Vinyasa your own way. We'll see you back in down dog. So take just a moment in your down dog. Maybe walk it out, maybe move around just a little bit, or maybe just be still. If you want a child's pose instead, you're welcome to take it. Take about 2 or 3 more deep breaths, just noticing, feeling, observing, and tuning into your body. So feel the energy moving through you. If you did take child's pose, join us again in down dog. Take one more big inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, look forward, empty out, step or float forward, full top of your mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, lots of length. Think of lifting your sit bones up, pressing the tops of your thighs back. Exhale, fold. And then root through your feet and rise. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky, full body stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. And we'll take all of that breath to movement. So with intention, inhale, arms to the sky. Grab your left wrist and exhale, up and over to the right. Hip shift to the left. Inhale, come through center. Switch your grip, grab your right wrist. Exhale, up and over to the left, hips move to the right. Hug in with your inner thighs. Inhale, come back to center. With your exhale, little back bend cactus, your arms lift your sternum up, open up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, chair, get low, weight in your heels. Stay here and hold, or inhale, float to your tiptoes. Exhale, everybody see if you can sit just a little further down. High mountain, breathe in. Maybe your heels stay lifted. Maybe heels stay lifted. Dive down with your exhale, forward fold. Heels on the ground, inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back, chaturanga. Try to keep that exhale going. Take it on your knees if you want to. Inhale, lift your heart. Roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. Great big inhale, right leg to the sky, spread your toes. Exhale, soft as you can, right foot to the top of your mat, back knee comes down gently. We won't hold it very long. Inhale, reach up. Anjaneyasana, hips towards the ground, heart towards the sky. Exhale, hands come down. Revolve lunge. You can choose to keep your back knee down or lift it up. Right arm reaches. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind. Now everybody, back knee lifts. Inhale, crescent, reach up. And yogi's choice, exhale, airplane lunge or full airplane option to fly. Inhale, slowly come back to crescent, soft landing if you are balancing. Maybe little gaze up. Exhale, hands come down. Back foot steps forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow. Root through your feet, rise. Inhale, take your arms up and float your left knee up. You can extend your left leg if you want to challenge. Exhale, curtsy squat. Swing your left foot around. Left toes come off your mat, hands to heart. Sit low. Inhale, high mountain, reach up. Both feet on the ground. Exhale, slow dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step or light hop back. Move through your vinyasa or however you want to get there. We'll meet you in down dog. Inhale, heart lifts. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, takes you back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left leg high. Spread your toes, active through your left foot. Exhale, left foot steps through softly. Back knee comes down gently. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, arms to the sky, hips towards the ground. Exhale, hands to the earth. Back knee can stay down if you want. Inhale, revolve lunge. Left arm reaches up, gaze up. Exhale, unwind. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee if it's not already. Inhale, crescent. Rise, strong through your legs. Exhale, yogi's choice, airplane lunge or full airplane. You can switch it up every single time if you want. Inhale, back to crescent, soft landing. Arms reach up. And exhale, hands come down, back foot steps forward, forward fold. Halfway lift with your inhalation. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet and rise. Inhale, take your arms up, float your right knee up. Option to extend if you want. Exhale, curtsy squat. Swing your right leg around slowly. Right toes to the ground, hands to your heart. Keep your hips squared. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, follow your breath down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, vinyasa, or skip it. We'll see you in down dog. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift. Take a great big inhale, fill up, and big audible sigh out your mouth. This time, inhale, fill up. Exhale, look forward, empty out, step, tiptoe, or hop forward, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen, exhale, bow. Root through your feet, rise to stand, inhale, arms stretch, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll take one more round. Maybe try closing your eyes a little bit more this time. Inhale, high mountain. Grab your left wrist. With your exhale, side body stretch up and over to the right. Shift your hips to the left. Inhale, come through center. Great big huge breath. Switch your grip. Exhale, other side. Reach up and over. How much space can you create? Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms, little back bend. Keep your low belly strong. Your inner thighs hugging in. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, chair pose. Get low, weight in your heels. Stay here, or inhale, float to your tiptoes. Exhale, see if you can lower your butt, maybe butt all the way down to your heels if your heels are lifted. Inhale, high mountain, as tall as you can grow. Exhale, slow dive. Forward fold. With your inhale, halfway lift, spine parallel to the horizon. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float. Take your vinyasa or meet us back in down dog. You can always skip it. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, hips lift. Inhale, your right leg high. Active through your right foot. Spread your toes. Slowly, softly exhale, right foot to the top of your mat. Back knee comes down gently. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, reach, lift your heart, maybe gaze up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Your variation of twisted lunge, revolve lunge. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, unwind. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, crescent lunge. Breathe in, strong legs. Exhale, airplane lunge or Devasana, full airplane, fly. Inhale, crescent, soft landing. And exhale, hands to the earth. Back foot steps forward, forward fold. You're almost there. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow. Use your breath, root through your feet, rise up. Inhale, reach up, left knee floats up, extend if you want. Exhale, curtsy squat, left leg swings around, toes to the ground. Bend your knees, hands to your heart. Inhale, high mountain, as tall as you can grow. Exhale, follow your breath down, traction out your spine as you dive. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, vinyasa. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Exhale, lift your hips. And inhale your left leg to the sky, spread your toes. Long and strong through your left leg. Exhale, use your core, step your left foot through. Back knee comes down ever so softly. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, reach up. Maybe a little gaze up, low abdominals stay toned. Exhale, hands down. Revolve Lunge, your variation, left arm to the sky, gaze up at your left fingertips. Exhale, unwind slowly. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, strong legs, inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane lunge or full airplane, move slowly with control. Inhale, back to crescent, soft landing. Reach up, maybe a little gaze up. Exhale, hands down, back foot steps forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise up. Inhale, reach, arms to the sky, right knee lifts. Extend if you would like. Exhale, curtsy squat, right foot back behind you, toes to the ground, hands to your heart. Keep your hips square. Inhale, high mountain. And exhale, follow your breath down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Now listen here, plant your hands, step back. We're gonna add on. Keep your right hand rooted. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, side plank, Schiffgen. Left arm reaches up. If you wanna bring your right knee to the ground to modify, you are more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, lift your hips really, really high. Reach your left arm forward. Maybe float your left leg up. So find your fullest expression, give it everything you've got. Take one more full round of breath so you can lift your hips higher. End of your exhale, slowly through plank to the other side. So left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot. Keep your feet active. Right onto the sky. If you want to bring your left knee down, please feel free. If your bottom knee is not on the ground and hips really, really high, like you're trying to create a rainbow shape with your body, reach your right arm forward. Maybe float your right leg up and lift your hips even higher. Breathe. Take 2 more breaths. Fullest expression. One more great big inhale. Exhale, plank or modified plank. Take an inhale at the top. Both knees lifted or both knees down. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to lift your heart. And your choice, exhale, child's pose, embryo pose, or hero's pose. So just a resting pose, whatever would feel good to you. Take a moment and just feel all the energy, all the prana moving through your body. All the energy you've created with mindful movement, with conscious breathing. Maybe feel a heat building from the inside. Soften through your outer shell, your outer body. If your breath is sped up or if you've lost track of it altogether, bring it back and slow it down, smooth it out. So take this time to just kind of check back in. Good. Take 2 more rounds. You can exhale out your mouth if you'd like. You might come back to your intention for just a moment. Breathe it in. Move it through your body. And then when you're ready, downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, inhale, take your right leg high. Try not to lean to the left. Peel your right hip open. So right knee bends. Think right knee out to the right and then up towards the ceiling. Flex your right toes and think of drawing your right heel towards your left butt cheek. If you want, if you can do it without leaning to the left, start to reach your right foot towards the left side of the room or just over to the left, wherever you're at. Take one more big, huge inhale. Think of stacking right hip on top of left. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. So use your obliques, twist. Keep your hips level with shoulders. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Extend and lengthen. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. If you can get up to your tricep or even your armpit, go for it. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then last one, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly. Softly step your right foot through. All right, if you do have two blocks, you can use them here. Highest setting, framing your front foot. If you don't have blocks, then just bring your hands up to your front thigh. And you can bring your hands up to your front thigh if you want to make it a little more challenging. So take an inhale and think of lengthening your spine, kind of reaching from the crown of your head back to your left heel. And as you exhale, straighten your front leg so you can get your spine parallel to the earth. And think of lifting your right sit bone up as you press the top of your right thigh back. Do that again. Inhale, low lunge. Just think of length, maybe a little lift in your heart. Exhale, straighten. Squeeze your inner thighs, pull your right hip back, your right sit bone up. Spine parallel to the earth. One more time. Inhale, lunge. And exhale, straighten. So again, you can keep pressing your hands into your front thigh. We're going to hold this a little longer. If you have blocks, you can use them underneath your hands. If you want to challenge, see if you can bring your arms to cactus arms. Keep your spine parallel to the ground. Think of pressing your arms up and your chest down. Now choose to stay here, breathe here, get that nice stretch in your right hamstring, back of your right leg. Option if you want a little bit more, warrior three. So bend your front knee as you float your back foot off the ground, keep your hips square. You can press your hands into your front thigh. You can bring your arms to cactus, or if you want even more, see if you can reach your arms straight forward. Press your arms up, press your chest down. Think of uppercase letter T if somebody was gazing at you from the side. Take one more full round. Everybody inhale, back to your lunge. So lift your heart. If you want to even reach up and stretch, go for it. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, three-legged down dog. So right leg up and back. Open your right hip, bend your right knee. Stay here, or option to flip your dog. Right toes come down behind you. Lift your right arm, reach forward. Heart towards the sky, hips towards the sky. Breathe into your belly. If you're in the back bend, give yourself 2 more breaths. Work your pose, find your fullest expression. And then everybody, three-legged dog, right leg high, breathe in. Exhale, pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your mat. Set your body down gently. If you know this pose works better for you on your back, then you can take it there instead. Think of pulling, right hip back, left hip forward. So you get muscle energy, you feel supported, you feel stable and strong. And then begin to soften around it. If you want to work upright, explore a different variation, please feel free. We'll be here for about 5 to 7 deep breaths. And each time you exhale, allow yourself to soften, to relax, and just to surrender. Be in the pose completely. Be present with the pose. Be present with what you feel, with what you're experiencing, good or bad, comfortable or uncomfortable. Just like we did at the very, very beginning of class, notice where you tense up, notice where you tighten up, where you resist. And just by bringing awareness to those spaces, can you let it move through you and perhaps release a little more? Give yourself about 3 more deep breaths. You can exhale out your mouth anytime. All right, as you're ready, slowly start to find your way up and eventually back to your 3-legged dog. The right leg extends back and up. Give it a nice little shake out or any movement that would feel good, any movement that's calling to you. Eventually back to regular down dog, walk it out. If you'd like to move through a vinyasa to just kind of reset before we do all that on the other side, please feel free. Next time you breathe in, left leg to the sky. Start by just bending your left knee and drawing your left heel towards your butt cheek, flex your toes. And then try not to move anything else. Reach your left knee out to the left as far as you can. Squeeze your outer left glute. Now, see if you can keep the rest of your body very stable and lift your left knee up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Think left heel towards your right butt cheek. Or if you can do this without leaning over to the right, without compromising through your shoulders, then start to reach your left foot all the way over towards the right side of the room or just over to your far right. Breathe. Stack your left hip on top of right. Active through your left foot. One more inhale. Exhale, little twist. Left knee, right elbow. Try to keep your chest square to the ground. Inhale, back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left to left as high as you can get on your left arm. Keep your belly strong, your hips level with shoulders. Inhale, back up. Exhale, last one. Curl in, knee to your nose. Round, hollow out, and then softly left foot steps through. Grab your blocks if you want to use them. Otherwise, hands come up to your front thigh. Think long diagonal line, top of your head, back to your heel. Little lift through your chest, little tone through your belly. Big inhale. As you exhale, stay balanced on your back toes, but straighten your front leg. Hinge at your hips, so crown of your head reaches forward. Inhale, come back to your lunge. Bend your front knee. Exhale, straighten. Think of lifting your left sit bone up and pressing the top of your left thigh back. Back leg stays strong. Inhale, straighten, bend, inhale, bend. And exhale last time. Straighten your front leg. This time we're gonna hold. So you can either keep your hands on your blocks, keep pressing into your front thigh, or think of your spine parallel to the ground, bring your arms to cactus, hips stay square. Press your arms up, your elbows up, the backs of your hands up, and try to press your chest down. Keep your spine long. Stay here, or warrior three. Bend your front knee, float your back leg up, hips stay square. Think of an uppercase letter T with your body. Whatever variation you want to take with your arms, most intense will be reaching forward. 2 more rounds. Keep your low belly strong, your back muscles hug toward your spine. And then back to a lunge position. If you would like, crescent, arms reach up, stretch. Exhale, hands come down. Hands press firmly, three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Peel your left hip open, stay here, breathe here. Option to flip it. Left toes come down behind you, so wild thing would be left toes on the ground, outer edge of your right foot presses down. Flip dog, both feet flat. Left arm reaches forward, lift your heart, lift your hips, breathe into your belly. One last round, fullest expression. Come back to three-legged dog, left leg to the sky, breathe in. And exhale, nice and easy, pigeon pose. So left knee a little bit wider than your left hip. Pull left hip back, right hip forward. Try to spread through your left toes. That'll protect your left knee, the tendons and ligaments. And then when you're ready, humble pigeon, bow. And again, if you'd rather take this pose on your back, if it will serve you better there, then do so. Listen to your body. And slow, steady breaths. Exhales that allow you to soften. about 3 more slow, steady, smooth breaths. Make your exhales a little bit longer than your inhales. Slow down your breath even more. If you want to exhale at your mouth, you're welcome to. And then when you feel pretty even on both sides, slowly start your transition back to one last 3-legged dog, left leg high, and then eventually one last downward facing dog. Walk it out, explore all the space you've created. If you would like one last vinyasa, take it now. And then everybody take one more big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, gently set your knees on the ground. For just a moment, find a comfortable seat. So if you have tighter quads and you want a little stretch for them, knees together, feet apart, sit your butt back in between your feet. You can use a block or you can use your blanket if you need to. If this does not work for you, then just sit in whatever way feels best. If you're taking this variation, think knees together and then spread your toes and press your toenails down. So we're going to do just a quick breath exercise, very simple. We're going to breathe just out of our left nostril. So this is supposed to be a calming breath, getting us into our parasympathetic nervous system. So take your right arm out in front of you and then close your palm, but keep your, like a thumbs up, like hitchhiking. And then bring your thumb to your right nostril, close it. You need to blow your nose before this, please feel free. So just close off your right nostril and then start to take some big deep breaths through your left. And if at any time you need to blow your nose, then feel free. You're at home so nobody even sees you. You can do whatever you want. Close your eyes. Slow deep breaths. Your left side is also your feminine side, your softer side. So you start to feel the energy move through the entire left side of your body. Soften your face, soften your shoulders, and allow yourself to really settle into your seat. Take about 5 more slow, steady breaths. Feel the air move up into your brain, into your chest, into your belly. And then let it go. Release your belly, your chest, and let it flow out of your head. Take 2 more rounds. Release your right hand. Big inhale. Hold at the top, breathe in your intention, seal it in. Seal your pelvic floor. And big exhale out your mouth. Find your way all the way down onto your back. So if you were kneeling, it might feel good to take your legs out in front of you. Give them a nice little shake out. And then no rush, but eventually just lie down. Full body stretch may feel really nice. Hug your knees in, gently rock side to side if that would feel good. Maybe a happy baby pose for just a moment. And then move into a supine spinal twist of your choice. You can go in either direction first. So it can be as simple as just setting your feet on the ground, mat width distance apart, and letting your knees fall to one side. Whatever variation will best serve you. Take about 4 or 5 breaths down into your belly. Think big Buddha belly breaths. And then as you're ready, take your time and switch to the other side. So as you come through center, neutralize your pelvis and your spine. You can squeeze your knees in and just rock a little bit, or you can squeeze your knees in, lift your head, nose in between your knees, just squeeze, 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 and then eventually legs to the other side. Gaze up or in the opposite direction of the way your legs are going. Breathe into your belly and your low back and your hips, your pelvic floor. When you feel pretty even on both sides, no rush. Come back to center. Neutralize your pelvis and your spine, little rock or big squeeze. And then choose one finishing pose, something that will complete your practice for you. So happy baby might be a good one. I'm going to take a supported bridge pose. You can take an inversion of some sort. Give yourself about 5 to 10 breaths there. And if you want to take a couple, 2 or 3 different poses instead of just one, I'm holding it, and then that's fine too. You're in your own home, so you can really do whatever you want. You can keep your breath moving, big and spacious, or maybe at this point you start to let it dissipate a little bit. If you want to grab hold of your blanket or go get a jacket or socks, now would be a great time to do so. As you feel ready, as you feel complete and content with your practice, just begin to settle into your final relaxation. So that might be the traditional corpse pose, legs extended, arms out by your sides, palms open. If there's another position that's more comfortable for you, if you want to use blocks underneath your hamstrings or your knees, or a blanket, just over your entire body, kind of tuck yourself in. Feel free. Invitation to take one final falling out breath with me. So next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Maybe even make fists and tighten up all the muscles in your face, flex your toes so everything's tight. And then big, huge sigh out your mouth and let everything soften and just drop into your Shavasana. Let go. Alright, you guys, I'm just going to leave you here today so you can lay for as long as you want and just soak in all the efforts, all the energy of your practice. Thank you so much for joining.